Hi everybody, this is Brenda at KBW Bargains, and this is Monday, June 5th, and it is a what sold over the weekend video. And I have quite a few things. I have 24 items. Where's my notes at? I have 24 items going out. I had 9 Poshmark, 2 Mercari, and 13 eBay sales. So I was extremely happy with that. I hope you guys are had a good weekend and a lot of sales going out for you guys. But let's get right into eBay. eBay had some good sales. I was happy with them. And it was a lot of things that I sold or that I had listed right away. You can kind of see, this is my to-do today for listing and take pictures. They're already drafted. I just have to take the pictures. But let's see. So on eBay, the first item is Mountain Khaki casual shorts. He sold for $18. I need to get reading glasses, but it sold for $18, and I was happy with that. If you guys pick up Mountain Khaki or see them, highly recommend picking them up. I don't see them very often, but when I do, I learned about them a couple of years ago. I pick them up and added it to my outdoor wear. They sell quite regularly for us. Next item up is 2 Silkies control top pantyhose. Kevin had found a bunch of these at the bins, and so the cost of these are very low. This is the last item that we have of them. We sold them for $5. Probably got that on offer. Most of my stuff you are going to see, it's either I received the offer or I sent the offer. Very rarely does somebody buy something outright because everybody's looking for a deal nowadays. But $5, I was happy to get that out of my inventory. They've been in there for too long. Next item up is a vintage play school dressy Bessie. I remember having this. Oh my goodness. I remember having this when I was a kid, but mine was much bigger. I don't know, it was I just remember it was a bigger doll. Of course, I was a little kid, but this one's only 10 inches. The bigger ones did sell a little bit more, but this one, you know, it did have some wear on the hands, which I took close-up of. It had some little wears on his face, but I took close-ups of that, and I put all those, anything I can put in the description, any flaw I will put in the description. I want no return saying that it was not as described or you didn't specify that. But it came to $8. I was happy with that. I listed it for $9.95, and I got an offer within hours of listing it, and I said, sure, I'll flip you fast, because like I said, it didn't weigh very much, and so my cost of goods was very low. Next up is a North Face packable pants. Now I don't usually get packable pants. I get a lot of windbreakers that are packable, so I was nice to get this. Now packable is when you can kind of fold it inside of one of the pockets, and it becomes a little tiny thing that you can store in your backpack or store away. And so I was very happy to get that. North Face for $20 plus shipping. Everything's plus shipping. I don't do free shipping on anything. Kevin, he tries to slip in free shipping every so often on some of his things, but I don't. Everything is plus shipping. And next up is a Roxio, is that how you pronounce it? VHS to DVD converter. We had just gotten this a couple of weeks ago. It was listed in May. This had sold last week, and the guy sent me a message right before I was shipping it saying, I'm sorry, this isn't going to work for, I guess, his machine that he was using. And so he asked if he could cancel it, and I was like, sure, you can cancel it. And I listed it, and it sold within a couple of, it sold a week later. Sent it out over the weekend. Next up is the WWE wrestlers. Kevin had gotten a lot of these at the a community sale just next town over, and we got 98 of them, and we were going to lot them up because it was a little overwhelming. But then as he was researching some of them, they were some rather good prices on them, because he was going to lot them up, 8 or so of them for $24. Well, we've had a couple of them sell for $35. So now he's doing the painstaking of going through each and every one of them and selling them individually. We had started one on a bid on an auction of, unfortunately, with I think 8 of them in there, and I think we were selling for $24 on a bid. And luckily nobody's, because once it ends, he's going to separate them and do everything else. But these two are brothers, and we sold for $24, $24.35, and so I was happy with that. Those are going well for us. Of course, I kind of knew that because last year I had gotten them, but I had bundled them up and sold them. I sold them a little bit higher. I sold them for like $30 some, and those went fast. But I put them in bundles of 8 or 10. I can't remember. Okay, next up is a Rip Curl board shorts. I've been getting a lot of board shorts. I pick them up. We have Billabong, Hurley, Quicksilver, any board shorts I will pick up. Rip Curl's not I haven't had the best luck with them, with that brand, but this sold for $16 plus shipping, and it was a Hawaiian floral print, so that goes in. But board shorts go well at this time of the year, so I was happy with that. Next up is I'm terrible with these names. Orgio. I should be, because we have sold quite a few of these items with that name. But it's a backpack with a Pickle Planet logo on it. Sold it for $35. This backpack, I believe we had it for $49.95. And we've gotten several offers, and we had to decline offers, lowball offers, try to negotiate. Went back and forth, and I said, well, it's when you're getting a lot of offers like that, you kind of want to hold out. But I've experienced you hold out for too long, and then the activity starts slowing down. So this was getting a lot of activity, so we took the highest offer, and we were happy with that. Next up is another WWE wrestler. We sold him for $16. Went fast. He's listed quite a few of these in May, and he's just now getting to some other ones because he just got back into town from some pickleball camps that he was running. And we have another WWE wrestler, Jack Swagger. Sold him for $13.95. Listed him last month. Well, a couple of weeks ago. Last month was only last week. Next up is a Haikia. Haiku. I can't pronounce these names, but every time I see this brand, I pick it up. I have sold about 5 or 6 purses. This is actually a backpack. It's a smaller backpack, but it was messenger style. It had the drawstring closure. It has 2 side water bottle pockets. It had everything going for it. We sold it for $22.95 plus shipping, and I almost kept that for myself. But I don't wear purse backpacks unless I'm going hiking, and it was really nice. Next up is Crocs Classics. We sell a lot of Crocs, a lot of them, and these Crocs, I think when Kevin put them we get all of our stuff at the bins or garage sales, but these are a mustard yellow. It's the worst color. $24.95 plus shipping. Someone's gonna stand out with those shoes because they are very bright. It's a bright yellow. Last item is the Keen's Women's Dakota Rain Mud Slip-On Waterproof hiking shoes. Size 7. These are a heavy duty, definitely mud shoe. You could probably wear those hiking or out in the garden. $34.95. I was surprised that these went as fast as they did. It's surprising the things that you think will sell fast sell so slow, and the things you think that aren't going to sell at all, well, you think they're going to sell because you wouldn't have bought them, sell really fast, and those sold really fast. Okay, so next up is Poshmark. 9 items on Poshmark. That is, I'm very happy with those sales. One of the things I did to boost my sales for the weekend, last year, or a couple of years ago, Poshmark introduced bulk editing or bulk sales. And so I've used it once or twice, but I'm trying to use every thing I can take advantage of on these platforms to get my sales going, to get the old items out. And on Poshmark, I do everything I possibly can. I'll take offers, I send offers. I have a Posher VA that will, anytime somebody likes an item, within 5 minutes, it sends an offer. It does discounted shipping. Oh, you name it. And I share at least, I don't know, 6 times a day. And so the next thing I wanted to do was to send, you can bulk send offers to likers on items. And so that's what I did. I sent 20% to any item that had likers. You can adjust it and not send to certain items if you don't. Usually I don't like to send offers too quickly on things I just listed, but I said, let's just do it. And I think I got about 4 sales right off the bat. It kept coming over, and and they were buying them outright, so they weren't trying to give me any lowball offers after I just sent a 20, and so I was happy with that. And so here we go into Poshmark, vintage 1998 Disney talking bouncing Tigger. This thing was in really nice shape, and so when I got it home, of course, in the bins, I found it at the bins. I couldn't get it to work. I was like, how does this thing work? Maybe it's just, most of the times, you have to replace the batteries. So I got home and I was going to replace the batteries, and I saw there was a switch on the back side of him. So I switched it over, and I'm like, how does this thing work? And so I picked him up by his head, and I went to set him over to move him out of my thing. And I put him down, and he started talking and walking and bouncing and doing all this other stuff. Well, the basics of it, you push down on his head and that starts him. So I didn't have to change his batteries. He was not glitching, not doing anything like he's got low batteries. I do like to take the batteries out to make sure that the batteries weren't leaking or have any erosion on them, but I'm taking the chance. And so I had to turn him off before I shipped him because I didn't want it. So hopefully the person that bought him will know that you have to do something with a switch in the back. Hopefully they'll figure that one out. Next up is and I sold Tigger for $20 plus shipping. Everything's discounted shipping on Poshmark because most of the stuff is people buying them on offers. And when you send offers, you have to send it with a discounted shipping. And plus, when I list everything, I list it with discounted shipping. I don't do free shipping, but they can have discounted shipping. Next up is Black Ladder, reinforced knee, canvas durable. These are really nice work pants. They were very rigid though. I mean, you're really going to have to wear them. I mean, they were very stiff canvas, but they were nice because they were carpenter pants, and then built on them was these flaps for other extra storage where you could put nails or goods that you needed to into them. So they had these extra flaps for storage. It was really nice work pants, but they were very very stiff. Might have to wash them a couple of times at least. But I sold those for $46. I've never heard of that brand, and I don't think I've ever seen the brand, but I'll keep my eyes out for it at the bins. Next up, Yokobashi. I am taking a big chance on that. Okabashi slide sandals, men's. I hope they're men's because when I shipped them, I thought they were women's. Ooh, but they were $17, but they were really nice. But they're 9/10s, and discounted shipping $17. Happy with that. Next up is Adidas Climalite sweatpants. These were really nice pants. I usually don't pick up sweatpants, especially from Adidas and Nikes, because these were more like sweatpants. They were a little bit heavier, but it had a cool design down the side. It was yellow, white, and they looked almost brand new. There was nothing wrong with the logo or the material tag. There was nothing wrong with it. It almost looked like it hadn't been washed or used. They might have worn them once, but it was in really nice condition. Windbreaker pants, I'll buy them in all of them, Adidas. But regular sweatpants, I tried to not get Adidas or Nikes just because it's so saturated. But I sold those for $20 with discounted shipping. Next up is a Nike Storm Fit Oregon State Beavers windbreaker jacket. Didn't have that very long. I got mini offers on that, and I sent offers and negotiated and just never got a sale. And it's only been listed for probably a couple of weeks, 3 weeks. But somebody bought it for $23. So I was happy with that. Usually when somebody likes something on Poshmark, it sends out a 10%. So it's not like somebody, you know, because some people will really lowball you. So that probably went for 20, probably had it for $25, $27. So I was happy. Dorfman Pacific Company wide brim hiking boonie hat. Selling a lot of those right now. And Dorfman, I've sold all types of hats for Dorfman. I see those quite often at the bins, and that is a brand that has proven its worth. It sells quickly, and it'll sell for quite a bit of money. The boonie hats, they're about 15's about average. I've sold the flat top hats, cabbie hats, and those sell for about 25 to 35 depending on what type. And then I've sold fedora hats by Dorfman, and those will sell even higher. So, but I was happy with that. That's a good brand to look out for. U.S. Army shorts. I got these at the bins. I found these out, and I also do the jackets, windbreakers, but U.S. Army, when it has just Army written on them, and they're usually the PT training uniform shorts, they don't sell for much, but they turn over quickly. I probably had these for less than a month, 2 months. And I don't mind because they don't take up much storage. And I don't mind picking up things that I know that are going to flip fast. And so I'm willing to pick them up. If I can, make even $4 to $5, I will pick them up if I know they're going to flip fast. And these U.S. Army shorts. Now the camo pants and jackets, for some reason, don't sell very well. But camo Van shorts or camo Nike or camo anything else, camo shorts will sell quickly. But for some reason, Army issued camo items don't go well for me for some reason. I don't know if I'm not using the right keywords, but these shorts and windbreakers, they go rather fast. Next up is an Oregon State Beaver short sleeve t-shirt. Can't go wrong with Oregon State. They get bypassed a lot. I get Oregon State Beavers, Oregon Ducks, Portland Timbers, Portland Trailblazers, and then I do also any surrounding colleges. There's the Boise Broncos, there's Seattle Seahawks, Washington Huskies. All of that seems to get bypassed in the bins, and I pick them up. I pick all those up. If they're in good condition, I'll pick them up, and we sell the Beavers and Ducks on a regular basis. I have no problem selling that. So I'm happy. For $14 for a t-shirt, I'll take it. Last item is North Face short sleeve button-up shirt for only $13 on North Face. I'd have to see if I remember when I picked it to ship it. It was checkered, but I'd have to look because that seems kind of low for an in-season shirt for North Face. But it might have had a flaw. I have to read the descriptions to see that. But that's everything that's sold on eBay. I am happy with those sales. Excuse me, that was on Poshmark. I was happy with those sales. 9 items, I will take it. And doing things promoted and doing things on sales, I love it. I was in the restaurant. I owned a restaurant and ran my family restaurant, my parents' restaurant, for over 30 years. And you have to run sales. Everybody's like, things have changed. It seems like you have to take everything on offers or send offers or promote things. In retail and in restaurants, it's putting out those sales. I mean, Kevin and I, we go where the sales are. When we go out to eat, we usually eat fast food, especially when we're out and about. sourcing, and we'll use our app for McDonald's and Burger King, and we use every coupon when we go shopping to buy clothes for ourselves. We usually buy the clothes at the bins. But yeah, I mean, keeping up, using every possible way to get sales, whether it be running sales, promoting items, getting them back to the top of the line, ending items sell similar. You have to do it. I used to do sales all the time, and you got to be creative with your sales. I think I'm running a sale now. Just because you deserve it is the name of the sale. Just because you deserve it. You got to get creative. On Macari, I only had 2 sales, but I was happy with these sales because they were older items. If you have experience with Macari, at least from what I have for the last 3 years, once you list something, it just goes further and further and further down the line. It gets buried unless you end it and relist it. And I was doing that for a while, but you have to do that until they come up with a bulk way of doing it, or a VA to help you do it. It's just going to get buried. And these items I've had on here for a while, so for them to just suddenly pop up, I was ecstatic. I was like, hey, get those out. So it was a Nintendo flat bill snapback hat. Now I had my grandson, he likes to come over on Sundays because that's when I do the major shipping for 3 days of shipping. And he saw this, and he wanted to keep it for himself. He's 12 years old, and no, so he had to go through all my hats that I had, and he was like, this is a nice hat, this is a nice hat. I said, I know, they're nice hats. But this sold for $16. Now the shipping, if you guys have experienced shipping on Macari, I almost thought about trying Pirate Ship. I've heard about this just for Macari because the shipping is outrageous. I mean, for first class, anything over 8 ounces to a pound is $7.40. That's crazy. And then to go 2 pounds is $9 something. If you have it up to 2 pounds, it's $9.70. And I was like, man, I can put, do a lot of things on eBay for a lot less. You have more selection than you do on Macari. But I won't do free shipping and try to do it on Pirate Ship quite yet. We'll see. Next up is a Cabethos. It's a Cabethos brand zipper face reflective ski mask. Wow, that was a lot of words. I've never heard of this brand. And Jack, my grandson, he says, oh, you sell one of these? These are really cool, Cabethos. And I said, how do you know about this name? And come to find out, he says Cabethos, I don't know if that's the style or if that was the name of the company. Could be kind of like jacuzzi. But the Cabethos, ski masks have just the eye cutouts. Well, Cabethos is the ones that have where the whole goggle goes over. And so I went, I have to use that more in my keywords. Because I do have quite a few of these hats, especially for ski hats, ski masks, excuse me. And so I learned something from my 12-year-old grandson. And so that sold for $9, didn't sell for much, but I was still happy with that. I probably took offers. And also on Macari, unlike the other sites, you send offers, but this one keeps going down. So if you send an offer for 10, I believe it's 10%, 5%, I think it's 10%. eBay is the only one that you have to at least do 5% on an offer, but on here it's 10%, and it keeps going down from there. So if somebody else likes it, you have to do another additional off the last 10% you did. So it just keeps going down. And then pretty soon you do have to adjust it. You may have to end it and sell similar or do something to that effect. Because if it gets too low, then you're just going to have to relist it and adjust that price back up. But those are all of my orders for the weekend. I'm happy. 24 items all in all. That's good. That's great for me. I hope you guys had some great sales over the weekend. And now I got to get to listing those items. which I love listing now that I can get it done faster. All right, see you guys later.